Yo, what's going on? Mortex Sir here, and today we're going to be doing a quick look at the RG350, arguably one of the best retro handheld devices around today. Now, this device normally varies from different retailers for around £50 to £80 depending on where you buy it. There's so many retailers pushing this out now, it just all depends where you buy it from. So what can the RG350 actually emulate? So let's go through the list now. So it can do PS1, Neo Geo, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, PC Engine, Mega Drive, MAME, Commodore and Amiga 500. So let's get down to the specs if you're a nerd head like myself. So we got the CPU, it's a JZ4770, dual 1 GHz. And we've also got the internal memory, that's 16 GB, which actually can support up to 128 GB, which is really good for such a small device. And we've also got the Type-C charging port. So let's get into some emulation. Here we have Aladdin on the SNES, otherwise known as the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. As you can see, this game runs flawlessly. It's not really going to gripe the device anyway and push it to its limits. Moving on to one of my all-time favorite racing games on the PS1, which is Crash Team Racing. Now, as you can see, we are getting 60 FPS and there's no stutter or lag at all around in this game. You can see that all the L and R buttons are working perfectly, and also the analog sticks. Now, I just wanted to give you a really quick tip, which I found out by playing a couple of PS1 games. For some reason, the analog sticks don't work on certain games. So the best way to solve this issue is go into the settings by pressing start at the bottom of your RG350. Scroll down to the core settings and click on analog mode and make sure you set this to digital. This way you won't have any problems with your L3 or R3 buttons. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to do a quick overview around the outside of the case and see what we've actually dealing with here. So as you can see, we've got full functioning L and R buttons with 2 USB Type-Cs, and we've also got an AV jack, which always is useful if you're on long journeys, you don't want anyone listening to the sounds. And we have an HDMI output. Now, this didn't work when it first came out, but there has been quite a bit of progress in this. It is in beta at the minute, so it does work. You can download the app that you need for it to work on the device, but it is very temperamental, so I would recommend waiting until it's a lot more stable, just so it doesn't make your device go kaput and you lose everything on it. At the bottom we have the start button and an additional SD slot. The main SD slot is on the internal motherboard, so you will have to unscrew this if you do want to access that. We also have the volume and reset button, with not forgetting the 2 high quality Horn stereo speakers. So we also did a quick test on Sega to see how some of the games ran on the emulators, and here you can see we've got Sonic again and it doesn't have any problems at all. So this has just been a quick overview of the RG350. If you do like this content, guys, please like, rate and subscribe. And what I will be doing in a future video is actually doing an extensive review on this, all the ins and outs, and actually pushing it to see how far the actual device can go. So until next time, I'll see you soon.